Hello Internet, I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz. This is the Wine is Serious Business Show, episode
79.
79, my birth year, our birth year.
Yeah.
Not mine now.
We've done some crazy stuff, right? Had some guests, done some wines from all over in the world. Did a crazy tribute episode, but now we're back to our core focus, wines from Oregon, hitting some Chardonnays. We haven't done that for a while. We got our guest tonight. It's our friend Matt. He, we were trying to have Charlie Sheen on tonight, but he called us trolls and said he wouldn't have anything to do with us. So you'll have to settle with him. You want to tell us? You want to tell us anything?
Well, not really. I mean, I've been on the show before, the Sauterne show, and yeah, I just drink wine with these guys most of the time. And,
Getting into it.
Usually, if I'm not on the camera, I'm behind the camera. So
pour up some stuff.
Some drink.
Yeah.
All right. What's wine number one tonight? Is it Cameron?
The first one's the Cameron 2009 Dundee Hills Chardonnay. I believe it rolls in around 18 bucks. And fan of Cameron's wines before. I've had this Chardonnay on a couple of occasions from other vintages and been really happy with it. And we really liked their Abbey Ridge that we did on the show recently, the Oregon.
Yeah, Cameron's getting a lot of airtime. I've loved their Abbey Ridge Chardonnay too. They do good stuff. Been around for a long time. Inviting nose.
Yeah, very inviting nose.
A little bit of lemon on there. We were just talking about lemon, so there's a bit of that suggestion. Maybe
we can serve this with a wedge.
Yeah, lemon on top and a bit of like violets. Something kind of floral going on there.
Lavender.
Sort of like a Honeycrisp apple sort of smell too, like not green, but more of like a red and very fresh, crispy, juicy apple.
It doesn't have that harshness of like a lot of green apple smelling wines.
Yeah.
It's like a calm apple.
Smells really nice. Like a complete package, a little bit of acidity poking through, like hinting at the freshness on the palate. This is going to be interesting.
The acidity touches down right away on the front of the palate. Yes! There's a great evolution. The fruit, these apple flavors kind of explode on the back of the palate, filling the mouth, lasting for a long time while I'm talking here. They're still going on.
And it's more, you smell the Honeycrisp, but like on the taste, there's more of the green apple coming through a lot. So, and of course that lemon only accents that quite a bit, because
almost like a little creaminess too. The roundness that the oak is brought in for this wine, like the oak usage is really moderate, but only helping the wine. Almost like a lemon custard or sort of cream to it.
Yeah.
Really good Chardonnay.
Very well balanced use of the oak for sure.
Yeah.
I really like how it rounds things out. And the acidity and the fruit flavors are still above it at all times.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like...
The acidity is rocking the whole time.
Oh,
And it's not, the oak isn't like cloying too. It's not like that over mouthful of,
No. That's a good point.
Yeah. It's just like the perfect amount to kind of accent the citrusy, sour fruits going on. So
yeah, there is a little bit of sour going on too.
Yeah.
Totally. And playing back into the
and the more you drink it too, that comes forward a little more, like the green apple skin sort of thing. Man, this is a tough one to score. 89 plus for me. It's delicious, and
for
it's a buy.
For sub 20, I'm seriously impressed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot 90 minus actually, because this is the first time I think I've ever rated higher than you guys. So.
Wow. No, I'm on board with you on that. This is great. I totally recommend checking it out. I'd probably even pick up a bottle or two for myself because I don't have a lot of Chardonnay on hand, and I'd be down to drink this. And it'll be good for a few years easily too. Yeah,
I've been told on multiple occasions that the Clos Electrique and the Abbey Ridge Chardonnays age a considerable amount of time. So based on the amount of acidity and the flavors and the sort of complexities that are in this wine, yeah, 3-5 years, no question on this. Good stuff. Amazing.
Totally. Sweet. Good way to start things out. Wine number two, we got Bergstrom 2009 Old Stones Chardonnay. We've both tried this a couple times before, and we've got some friends who are pretty excited about it too. Heard good things from a lot of people, so looking forward to doing this on the show.
Have liked a lot of the wines I've had from Bergstrom recently. Got to have a few of their Pinots, bought a bunch of their Cumberland Reserve for 08, it was awesome. Yeah, so this one was another one, I think this one, well no, this one wasn't, this one's a little more expensive. This one was like 26 bucks, I think.
But still, this is their entry level. I keep forgetting.
Did they do another Chardonnay?
Yeah, they've got like a... Yeah, we had it at Carl's place, right? They've got that like $75 bottle.
Yeah, the baller.
Oh man, what's it called? This is embarrassing.
Sorry, Carl.
Sorry. Cut. We're gonna fake. That's all right. Let's no. We're gonna go look it up.
Wow.
That's a good reason to do it.
iPhone.
Do it right here.
iPhone race.
Shit.
Yep, nerd race.
Nerd race.
I don't
If
even
the
know
BlackBerry wins, you guys have to do something horrible. I don't know what it is yet, but.
We're back.
All right, we're back. I had a hard time being wrong, but seriously, we've both had good experiences with the wine. We want to give them credit where credit is due.
Some of these girly pours.
You guys got super big glasses tonight. Look at that.
We're just doing half bottle pours.
Yeah. But the cigarette's solid and.
Off the table. Get off the table, amateur. Come on. Gave you the big glass so you could swirl it.
Because I'm a big boy, right?
All right.
You know you can fist it.
There's so many references that I'm coming up with right here.
Alright, let's drink some wine.
It's a little musty almost.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of like to me it seems like a little bit of oak scent. I'm getting like some mandarin orange, kind of a little around the edges there.
A little
Definitely
more
not
citrus,
quite as
like
aromatic.
lime and orange. Yeah, not as aromatic as the Bergstrom. Or as the Cameron Dundee.
A little bit of apple stuff underneath, but definitely more like a sweeter citrus, I think, in the oak's apparent on the nose. And it's not super buttery oak.
You still get that like slight acidity though also coming through on the nose. That not as much as the other, but just a little.
Yeah. And sort of like a wet minerality, like almost like a wet chalkboard or something like that
nice.
going on.
Yeah.
Smell. Very good.
Definitely more oak on the palate relative to the Cameron. You know, the oak from the nose plays out all the way across the palate. It's a little fuller. I wouldn't call it totally dominant, but relative to the Cameron, there's more of it. And the fruit flavors to me are more like a ripe red apple.
Yeah, it's a little. I do get kind of like a vanilla ice cream though on the taste. That's
a good call.
But a really like light vanilla ice cream, nothing too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oak is definitely attributing like a vanilla note to the fruit and to the entire experience. Yeah, the oak does sit. It's not a cloying oak. I mean, still, this is heavy, but it's
It's more. It more adds, I think, body than like
Right.
just oak bomb.
right.
And my suspicion is to like see if you guys agree with this. I would think that, and I'm not really sure. None of us are like winemaking experts or anything. But I would say that the mallow went further on this, or maybe even all the way, right? Because the acidic isn't nearly as sharp. It's got more of a round feel to it. It's that creaminess of the ice cream. Even on the back end, I'm getting like some acidity, drying things out a little bit, but it's not as full in the mouth. It's definitely more gentle.
That's probably what ended up happening, because they do suggest, I guess, if you have an overly kind of tart acidic wine, you push the mallow a little bit farther. But again, they did push it pretty far on this one. So
Yeah, and the acidity here is toned down quite a bit, like you were talking about. Definitely a fuller, rounder style that I'm sure a lot of ladies would like. You know, girls out there that love their Chardonnays. No question, this is it's still really tasty.
it is.
But man, it's for the short term and really drinking.
Yeah, and as their entry level, I think that's the intent. 88 minus for me. Again, if you appreciate a little more roundness on your Chardonnays, like I like even extremes of acidity. So that's what that means. It's well put together. It's clean. Yeah, 88 minus.
I think that it is a good wine, and it's like really kind of full, and not super full, but and rich, but it doesn't quite have the same complexity that the other one had. And I think that I'm gonna score a little lower, like maybe 87 minus, I think. So, but still, it's really good. I wouldn't, pour it out or anything like that. So.
I was gonna go 87 points on this. Like Matt said, the complexities are sort of down. But there's no question that this is a round, delicious wine that is balanced for what it is and good. Just.
So now what happens with our bigger pours is we have to
Yeah,
finish it up.
You're behind the curve. So what are you up to these days, Matt?
Finally got a job. Not gonna mention where on camera, of course.
Okay.
Not supposed to do that sort of thing. But yeah, I got a job. Going to Mexico on Friday. Pretty stoked for that.
Sweet.
Bring back lots of mezcal and tequila, and hopefully we'll do a
tequila show.
Yeah, tequila show.
What's proper glassware for that?
I don't off a stripper's belly.
Oh,
That's
call up Charlie Sheen.
Class it up. All right.
So we've got the 2009 J. Christopher Cuvee Lunatique. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
Lunatique.
Lunatique. This is a no mallow, no oak Chardonnay from the Willamette Valley.
And I've never had this before. Have you had this before?
No, I just saw it and like looked at the label like, holy crap! This. I don't think I've ever had a no oak, no mallow Chard. Have you?
I'm pretty sure that I have. Oh, well, no mallow. Boy, I guess I don't know
No
for
mallow.
sure. I don't know
Yeah.
for sure.
No oak, tons of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, Burgundian style.
I don't know
We
how-
just don't use oak.
How often would they advertise no mallow? That's
I don't know. To put it on the bottom,
I don't know.
that's interesting.
it's like this is how much diammonium triphosphate I've added to this wine.
But heard a lot of great things about J. Christopher, so excited.
Yeah, and had some of his Pinots, and they're fantastic. So yeah.
It's a kind of it's, I don't know, like a caramely smell almost. Like
Wow.
it's really
That's not what immediately jumps out at me. It's like more just limes, bam.
mm,
Like the lime scents are just straight up in my face
All
as soon as I
over
stick
the
this.
place.
yeah. There's some like richness though that really
I think some of the oak from the previous wines is sticking around.
Yeah.
To be honest. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Do you want to rinse again, or just dump it in the fridge, or dump it in the
Yeah, why not? Let's cut.
Let me- yeah.
We'll put it
Here,
in
let's do it right here. Oh, everyone dump in this glass.
no all drink from it, right?
Yeah, that's the Cuvee. Chas is the Cuvee.
I'm going to put this on camera. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you should cut this part. I mean,
Okay,
we're-
sure.
You know, it's obvious that the oak from the previous one is
Yeah.
sticking around. You gotta like really get the edges of the glass.
Making a sincere effort to...
Yeah, to give this wine its due credit. So,
How much is this one?
so this was the cheapest of the bunch. I think this was
Really?
like $12. So,
Wow, nice.
you know, 11 or 12 somewhere in there.
Amateur.
Fuck! Got me. I totally deserved that. All right.
Yeah, that totally
Yeah.
did it. That was
Yeah.
good call. Both lemon and limes. This has like a just like a bright citrus touch to it. Not again like that acidity and a bit of minerality is more dominant than any sort of fruit scent. A
Yeah,
lot
there's-
more.
Bright lemons and limes for me.
It's just I don't know. It smells like I get the lemon and lime. It just smells like fresh spring air too. There's something
Wow.
crazy and
Nice.
fresh about it. It's just,
Almost like the greenness of like a field or something.
yeah,
like
exactly.
that, yeah.
Like
Maybe like a little
Like
bit of Rainier
grass.
sherry, I think.
But like, if I wasn't thinking about like if you hadn't said the spring sort of scent,
mhm.
I was just gonna say stainless steel tank, like a wet stainless steel tank. It also smells a little bit like.
Yeah.
Stainless steel wines sometimes are just like can smell stainless.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It
Yeah.
has a very distinct smell. So
Mhm. It smells nice though.
Learn to drink.
It's the big diameter opening in this glass.
Yeah.
I'm not used to it. Wow, the sharpness of the acidity is apparent. Like,
that I think it feels a little boozier than the others too because maybe the mallow has an effect on it. I have no idea, but
Definitely not as complex as the previous two. It's a lot more direct. Much like the nose, like the citrus and the mineral components are kind of dominating the palate. I'm getting like a little bit of light apple flavors, but really on the finish here, it's kind of like, so I really like oysters, right? And sometimes you don't do the cocktail sauce, just a little bit of lemon juice, and those lemon flavors linger on the palate. It's a lot like what's going on right here.
and the sharpness of the acidity on the finish to me is almost like you bite into a lemon or an orange, right? And you get the peel big time.
A little bit of that, yeah.
A little bit of like sharp peel, like
yeah, that zesty flavor. Not you do get the acidity, like for sure. But
Oh yeah.
it's more of that essence kind of the oranges and the limes and the lemons and
Yeah, I mean, austere, not a lot of fruit. This is more of, talking about oysters, actually, I kind of like to drink this with oysters. I can see that making a lot of sense.
how much alcohol is it?
This is your seafood Chardonnay right here.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's 13, and this one's 13.9, and it tastes boozier to me than this one does. Like there's
It does.
You get a
A little
more
warmer.
burn.
A
Yeah.
little bit. I'm going to go, I'm going to go 85 points here. Just, I like a little more fruit, a little more complexity, but it's clean, and like I said, with the appropriate food pairing, I think it'd be pretty enjoyable.
Absolutely. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think I'm gonna go 83 plus actually on it because it is I'm kind of sensitive to alcohol in general, like the burning alcohol flavor, so that can kind of push things down for me. Much like those vegetal flavors that really get me. Totally. So I wouldn't dump it again. It's still a very drinkable wine, especially if you paired it with a meal or something to kind of cut through that harshness of the burn, I guess.
What would you pair it with? Big flavor guy.
I don't know.
Do you agree with the seafood thing, or would you go
seafood.
else?
Seafood definitely. Maybe even like a chicken with like a lot of fresh herbs on it, or fresh vegetables to go with it, like a braised chicken. That would be.
I can see the herbs playing really well with this. That makes sense.
So yeah, 83.
I'm gonna go. Me and Matt are almost agreeing on everything. I'm gonna go 84 points on it. I still think it's an interesting wine in its own right, and I think it's just putting it up against a couple of mallowed oak Chardonnays might do it a little bit of injustice. That said, I can still taste the alcohol on the finish, so I'm kind of confused by that being.
And it's just over half the price too, right?
Right, and that's exactly. Yeah. This is a $10 wine practically.
Yeah.
Paired with the right food, absolutely, this would be a delicious wine, and it's worth seeking out. Still 84 points for me.
And I think that I wonder if, because we actually arranged this because we thought no mallow would be harsher, and I wonder if we put this before the other two, how it would have scored.
Good question.
So.
All right, so question of the day, that, as always, goes to our guest.
So, from the inspiration of these two guys, I'm actually going to be starting my own beer-related TV shows, or web TV show, I guess. And I'm going to be focusing mostly on like Oregon and Washington, just Pacific Northwest in general beers. So I was wondering, I guess, what are some of your guys' favorite, things from Oregon, Washington, Alaska even, I'll go as high as that. And it's not going to be exclusively Pacific Northwest, but what are some of your favorite Pacific Northwest beers? First episode is going to be Heater Allen, who are one of my favorites, and they're very unnoticed, I guess, and don't get a lot of the attention they deserve. So, yeah, just what are some suggestions for stuff to review, I guess?
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, you got an answer, Dan?
Oh man,
yeah.
You're gonna make us answer?
Yeah. Mine's an Ninkasi double Triceratops, or Triceratops double IPA. That'd be my favorite Northwest beer.
Yeah.
Man, Ninkasi's really been doing it for me lately too. This is embarrassing.
Sorry.
The Believer, right?
Yeah,
that's the double red. Is that it?
Yeah, we did a blind tasting here at the house, and that beer won the wild card tasting.
Right. Compared to against a top-notch, like, there was, who was it, Omegang had one of those, and there was some really, like, high-end beers, and Ninkasi, $3.50 beer beat out the $10 one.
And I'm not much of a beer guy. Like, I enjoy it, but I'm not versed, right, in the different details of local stuff by any means.
It's just sheer enjoyment level for us at this point.
But that's what I like at the time, and I hope to learn more from some of the shows.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
See you.